Good morning. Hope everyone's well on this rather chilly day. Happy New Year to everybody. I've got my little helper this morning, helping me turn horses out. Kids have gone back to school today for first day, so the house is quite quiet. If you can see that, there's hubby checking the belties. He says take them a bale of hay as well because the ground's just hard and cold. So plan today, get some horses out, get some mucked out, and I think we'll try and get them back in a bit earlier than normal, about 2 o'clock, because the snow is meant to hit. But God, it's hard work. Everything is frozen, every shed. So every morning try to defrost pipes, try to get stuff going, because it's impossible to carry water to hundreds of sheep and cows and stuff. So it is beautiful though when it's all crisp and fresh. So yeah, get the horses out, get some mucked out, get everything ready early. Beautiful sunrise. Hello, Felix. Felix has come to say hello. Hello, Felix. And yeah, we'll crack on. Yesterday we got the 2 naughty cows back out on the Belties, Pearl and Ruby Russet. They went back out in the trailer, so we've got a little snippet of that. Adrian and Nathan took them across. So I'll pop that video on. You can have a little look at that. See them go back out. The bull was pleased to see them. This cat's having a good old rub. So yeah, I'll pop that little snippet on. Connor and I went over to Hawes yesterday to look at some Valleys to increase his flock, but they weren't quite, the breeding was lovely, and they were nice sheep. We just couldn't decide fully for ourselves whether they were right, so we've sort of said no for now, but you never know. There's Vincy and Diana yearling. Well, actually Vincy's 2 this time, and Diana's going to be her yearling. Jasmine in the back, and then right at the very back is 2 thoroughbreds, but they're all in. Oh, there's one. Hey, Zini. So yeah, anyway, right, enough waffling on. We'll crack on and get these out, get a few boxes done, then go for a coffee, and I'll stick that cow video on. It's not very long, but we'll stick it on, and yeah, we'll see how we get on. Are you coming to help, Felix? Are you coming? No, he's lost interest. He's going to go and chase some leaves or something. All right, let's see how we do it. Definitely a beautiful morning. The hogs don't look too fazed by the cold. They're nice and, I'd say toasty, but it doesn't matter where you are, whether you're in a shed or outside, it's still bloody freezing. Yes, I know, Beth. And Zara. Look at that. Lots of heads looking at me. They've all had waters topped up this morning. About 5:30, filled their buckets back up again and gave them all some hay, so they've had something in their bellies before we go out. Haven't we, girls? Had your breakfast? Yes, it's time to go out. And the only reason that we've given them something, well, they obviously have their breakfast, but I'm not actually going to give them anything in the field for a couple of hours because they have got hay in their tummies. But I really want them to walk around and get moving and get the circulation going, because it really doesn't do any horse, but particularly big horses. Good morning, Poppy. Good to stand in. They are going out every single day, which they have to for their own sanity, but it's obviously good, keeps them mentally happy and stuff. But if they go out now and they haven't got anything to eat, they will walk around the field looking for stuff or pawing at the ground, trying to sort of get the ground, feed it up. There is little bits to nibble on, which will be a little bit, a bit of snow to sort of suck up for water. But yeah, I just want for the next hour or so for them to walk around and get blood going and get their legs going, and just increases the circulation if they're moving. Yeah, you ready, girls? Okay, let's crack on. That's the big girls out. Gloria, Dora, Beth and Poppy's gone up to the trough. We've cracked it this morning, but I don't know whether, if she drinks it, whether there'll be much comes out of it. So yeah, that's the big girls out. 2 left to go out. And then the dreaded mucking out. Got all their legs washed on. Saturday. Oh, not washed, sorry. Oiled. Pig oil. Some had pig oil, some had pig oil and sulphur, depending on where they are, what they needed done. Just helps to protect the feather. They're not very clean, they're a bit dirty, but helps to protect the feather from the mud and the elements outside and from drying out and stuff. So yeah, that's all gone on. I did six showers on Saturday. That's a lot of legs. That's a lot of hairy legs. I've still got 3 to do. I've got the youngsters, Vincy, Jasmine and Diana. Yeah, it doesn't sound like there's any water in that trough. I'll go and get them some buckets. I'll go and get you a bucket, Pops. Because she's obviously thirsty. Right, better go and grab that before she smashes the trough to pieces. I am going to get a bucket of water, but just thought I'll show you that. How cool is that? Totally random. I think maybe the kids have put that there. But anyway, just thought I'd show you it. Pretty cool. Right, water for the horses in the field. Yeah.
Bobby! 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 What? 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 Bobby! Bobby! Just follow him down. Big lots of his girls back. He's happy. As long as they're behaving now, you don't get back out.
Right, that is, the box is all mucked out. I've left all the beds up. They've all got their hay in either hay bars or hay nets. I've left the beds up just to let the floors air a bit, and in some of them I have pulled the mats back, so, and I've swept underneath the mats just to let that air out, and then I have sprayed it with our Equine Bio Genie, which is a fantastic product. If you don't have it, I highly recommend it. It kills so many of the bacteria, etc. Everything. Strangles, EHV. It's just fantastic for keeping your horses safe, but we also use it on the farm for the sheep and the cows. So yeah, that's their website, and they also do things like water treatment. So they go into the troughs, keeps the algae from building up, keeps the water as healthy as it can, free from germs. So yeah, the mats that are up in some of the, I've done these bottom three, these have got mats up and swept out, and the floors have been sprayed with the disinfectant. It's just too cold and not practical midwinter to wash the floors out. So we know at least it's killing germs using the disinfectant. So that's the bottom three done. Tomorrow I'll try and get the top 4 boxes, mats lifted, swept out, disinfected, left to dry for a bit. But anyway, the floors are all, beds are all up, so they can air for half an hour while I go and have a coffee. And then we'll come back out, put the beds down, top some bales up, and then we have the next struggle, which is the bottom shed that the youngsters live in. We are frozen up in troughs and pipes, but we have got 2 running. One is in the cow shed, in the horse shed, so we can at least fill some buckets. And the other one is a sort of pipe and a tap that feeds the bottom shed. That's been switched on, so as long as that's been running, it's been able to keep filling up one of the troughs in that shed, and then we can bucket water into 2 other sections. But it then does keep these sheds running, or at least able to be topped up. And overnight we either didn't have it on very fast or a fast enough flow, or it was just that damn cold that it's actually frozen the pipe. So we actually have no water now down there, which means we won't get any water down there now until it unfreezes, which also means these guys don't work. So we're going to find some hose pipe to try and defrost some and get it down to that bottom shed, so at least we can turn it on from the horse shed, or we'll run it from the house. So yeah, that's the next struggle. But first, a coffee, because I am frozen. So yeah, we'll do that, and then we'll see how we get on with the water situation. Okay, operation water, so the bottom shed is a go. Let's see how we get on. We're about to start filling some water to take down. Okay, we're filling water. So back the quad up to here. First issue, doesn't fit through my stocks. Anyway, then my hose pipe wasn't long enough, so I've managed to defrost this blue pipe, which is now in the bin, filling the bin up. Now the bottom shed was frozen this morning, but the trough was full, so we have managed to bucket everything out of the trough into 2 of the sections, and they are about a third, maybe nearly half full each, so they would have something to come into. But if I can take this bucket, this big bin down, and fill everything up, including the trough, then that shed has got 2 big barrels like that in each section full of water, and the trough will be full, which then should see the horses right till later, while I'm currently defrosting one of the big hose pipes in the sink in the house. So while that bin's filling up, I am just going to put some beds down quickly, and then I have hopefully the bin will stay up because I've surrounded it by massive stuffed hay nets, so we shall see. Let's put some beds down while we're waiting. Well, we made it down. We didn't spill the water. I've managed to hang a couple of hay nets up, and I filled the blue barrel. That's through that. That's now full. This one isn't far off the top, so I'm going to go and get another black bin, top that one up with one more poly bucket, and then tip the rest into the trough. We need to change that to a plastic trough. Not that it'll make much difference. And we also, this new pipe work we put in a couple of months ago, and I did say at the time, does it need lagging? Put a bit of insulation around it? And he said no, it'd be fine. Anyway, it's not. So yeah, I'm going to go and get one more bin and then fill that up, and then I've got 2 more hay nets to bring down, so that'll keep the bin balanced. And then while the bin's filling back up so that we have water ready in the top shed to fill up buckets when the horses come in and they've had a drink, I shall put the rest of the beds down. So yeah, and the sun's shining, but the fog is dropping in and the rain is due to not the rain, the snow even is due to start about 2 o'clock, so we'll crack on and hopefully get finished before it hits us. Just filling the black bin with the long blue hose pipe, taking it down to the bottom shed. This is my 3rd trip. Okay, we're done. Hay nets, beds, done. Floors had a sweep. It's not perfect, but it's 20 to 2 and I'm starving, so let's go in for some lunch before I come back out and start to go around things, bring things in, top up some more waters. Okay, let's go and get some food.